Tuesday, April 11th. Markets continue to chug along every day. Beard getting a little longer, a little bit more gray. Nonetheless, up we continue to charge. Through quarter two, things are getting interesting. Charts are starting to move independently of Bitcoin. I think it's time we take a look at some different altcoins. What say you? Let's get it. 786 Assassins. Welcome back to TA with Keith Lay, everyone. Glad to see you here again. Now, if you haven't done so, please do us the kindness, if you would, of clicking the like button, clicking subscribe, and hitting the notification bell. It is free. It costs nothing to do so. The more we get, the more people we can help spread this message. The more YouTube algorithm picks us up, and the better off everyone does. All right, first up on the docket, I want to make everyone aware of Litecoin. Why do I bring up Litecoin? Because it's got a very interesting chart with a very interesting history. If I jump back a little bit here, and I come all the way back to the beginning, you can't see it on this particular chart, but the peak was right here in December of 2013. This was the peak of the previous bear market, previous bull markets that led into bear markets. You can see the long bear markets that we had. Something that most people aren't aware of is Litecoin has its own halving cycle. It has its very own period where rewards are halved. You know, you can't mine it anymore, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can go look it up and go down the wormhole if you want there, or the rabbit hole if you want. Not what I'm showing you. I just want to show you the chart and how that correlates. So the green lines that I have drawn here on this particular chart, every time you see a green line, that is a halving. Before that is the peak that comes slightly before the halving. Here's where it gets interesting. If we look back from the 2015 halving, which was August 2015, about 50 to 60 days before that halving, the chart kind of peaked out. And why is that interesting? Well, what was the next halving? The next halving was all the way in August of 2019. About 50 to 60 days before that, the chart peaked out right there. About 50 to 60 days again. Interestingly enough, Litecoin has another halving coming up on August 7th, 2023. This date will change a little bit. It's tentative, okay? It's not perfect. So keep up with it. That being said, about 50 to 60 days before that is sometime in June. I'm anticipating this chart to top out sometime in June, right along the same thing as everything else, where it's kind of topping out and showing its cards before the actual bull run happens in 2024, 2025. Now, saving you the boring part of pulling fibs and showing you exactly what this thing does every time from the top to the bottom, I'll spare you that and say I have targets set here of 110 and 140. 110 I feel a little bit more comfortable on. 100 for sure. 110 I'm a little bit more comfortable on because that's the 50 fib. So there's a decent amount of resistance right there. The upper box at 140 is the 618 level. And I'll say that previously in halvings, it got up near the 618 level or beyond it. So I think it's possible that that upper box there at 140 gets hit. Listen, it's not a guarantee. Just want to keep you in the loop on it. I do like what I see on the Litecoin chart here. I'm in this position personally. I have a sizable stake in it, and I'm going to continue to ride it until the time comes to stop. Next up on the docket is BNB, Binance Coin. Why do I want to show you this? Well, previously in the last bear market, after it came out of the bear market through 2019, Binance Coin outperformed almost everything. Honestly, it broke all-time high and went farther beyond that. This time, we haven't had the same outcome. As you can see, we clearly have not broken all-time high. We're stuck under that green box that you see running across the screen here as we speak. Why does this present a problem? Well, it's got to break this very dense level of resistance before it can even get closer to a 618 level target up here around 450. The level that it's got to breach is 350. 350 needs to break and hold. Not just run up there and touch the price. It needs to break that level and maintain that level for quite some time. Now, the problem with this is, not sure there's enough time left in Q2 coming into Q3 when everything rolls over and slows down for this to actually happen or not. So I'm monitoring this closely. I don't have a guarantee that things will happen the way I want them to. I just call the chart the way I see them. So if we can breach this $350 level, we have a chance to go much higher here. But it's going to take a little bit of work. This won't be done easily. If you haven't done so, please stop what you're doing. Check out this website right here, launchpass.com/the786assassins/half off. What does that get you? It gets you full access to our Discord. $8 a month. $8 a month. This price will go up before too long, so get in while the offer still stands. It will go up in price. It will not continue to go down. So come in and join the biggest brains in the space, some of the smartest people I know, and getting you and everyone else better charts, better TA, better gains. Now, let's talk about XRP because everyone loves to hype it up. I don't do hype. Y'all know that. Since I don't do hype, let's keep it 100% real. This is still stuck under the big bear trend. I don't expect this thing to breach this big bear trend yet. Even if it does breach this big bear trend, we have resistance all over this chart to slow down the price, just like I just showed you with BNB. Okay? I don't think it cracks through higher than 55 to 60 cents here in the short term. I don't think it gets higher than that throughout the remainder of 2023. I think we're likely to see a scenario where this thing butts its head up against this trend line and rolls over and comes back down more into 30 to 35 cent range by the end of the year. Then we catch a spot where this thing breaks the trend over here somewhere and potentially can move up. What's the other scenario? The other scenario is this thing hops over the trend line and stays over top of it like this. That is perfectly fine, and I would be happy to see that happen. That would be a better scenario, honestly, than the one I just gave you. If that happens, I'll be looking for a breakout of whatever secondary trend gets created here, right? If something like this happens and we get a big fallen wedge forming, I'll be looking for a breakout down here to ride this out and up when the actual bull market comes back. However, anything past that is hopium. Anything past this is hopium. So please take it for what I say. Do your own checking on this. I hate the DYOR saying, so I'm not going to say it. But please go check the chart yourself. It's your money. Buy and sell it as you think you should. Just be aware that, the hype isn't real. One more chart. This is MATIC USD. Still hanging on to this trend line from June of 22, riding up. Hasn't relinquished yet. Quite impressive. All right, we've broken the short-term downtrend right here. This red line, as you see, has broken. Now we are sitting on top of the yellow line, on top of the red line. None of this is bad news. Okay, this is all fairly good news. What would incite us to move up to this yellow box here? Well, we have a little bit of time until June, July area for this to happen. However, I'll show you the Ichimoku cloud real quick and show you that we're still pinned underneath the Ichimoku cloud. And you really need this price above this Ichimoku cloud up here before you can get super excited. Therefore, you do have some decent gains just to the back to the top of the Ichimoku cloud. I'm already in this position. Just back to the top of the Ichimoku cloud is 12%. I think there's more gains left in this here. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to play out. But we see a clean, clear breakout here. Now that we've got this clean, clear breakout and we're riding this yellow trend line, I will stay in this position until we get toward our June, July deadline up here somewhere. If we drop below the trend line at that point, I will bail and stack profits. So far this year, doing pretty well. I'm up over 30% in 3 months. Can't really complain about that too much. Keep your eyes open, folks. Don't do anything brash, please. With that, thank you all for watching. I'll be back live Thursday with the old 786 Assassins for Crypto After Dark. See you guys then, and gals, whatever you call yourself, I don't mind. I'll leave you with this, 2 things. Let's make the best of your todays, the worst of your tomorrows. And lastly, thank you for being here. You could have chose to be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. You'll never quite understand how much I appreciate that. Thank you all. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Till then, sky's the limit. Be good. Peace.